So what was my final time after my very first marathon? I finished at 4 hours and 30 minutes, a little bit above my goal of under 4 hours. Now let's talk about what happened. So the first portion of the race I actually did really, really well. I was supposed to follow a 4 hour pacer, but they didn't have a 4 hour pacer. They had a 3 hour and 45 minute pacer and a 4 hour and 15 minute pacer. So I stuck a little bit behind the 3 hour and 45 minute pacer, but I was actually going too fast. You can see the first portion, probably the first 16 miles, I did just fine. I was average pacing about 8:40, which 9:05 is the average pace of a 4 hour marathon. So I was doing great, but right around when it starts turning blue, mile 17, I will always remember mile 17, is when everything changed. See, Nashville decided to set a record on the day of my marathon for the highest temperature and the humidity. So about mile 17, I had run out of water. I had a good portion of water to start with. I actually had my dad meet me at mile 15 to replenish my water. But at that point, I had gone through my water and I started cramping. And because of the heat and because of that long stretch of no shade, I essentially started cramping in such a way where I had to stop a couple times. And I had never cramped on my 21 mile and my multiple 18-mile preps. I had never cramped, but I happened to cramp on this one. It was because my hydration plan wasn't the best. I had never needed that much water, and because of the heat, it just depleted me so much. I did have some goos, I did have some replenishment chews, but that just unfortunately didn't work for my calves and my thighs. So as you can see, my paces quickly fell apart after mile 17, and I won't forget that exhaustion at mile 17, but I did learn a lot. Because I didn't have a 4 mile pacer, I was going out too fast. I was starting off at about 8:40, 8:50, and because I wanted to reach under 4 hours, I should have paced about 9:20, 9:30, just to give myself enough fuel to finish. But also, I actually got rid of the vest because I thought the bottle on my hip would be better, but that actually had less water. I couldn't have done anything about the heat and about the setting of record highs on that day, but I do remember being completely depleted and completely thirsty, and I had never experienced that before. I had never cramped like that before. So a lot of learning lessons as far as not going out too fast. I thought I was doing well. I thought I was pacing well. I was behind the 8-minute and 45-minute person, and I had plenty of water, had someone meet me at mile 15, plenty of goos. I was ready to go. But a lot of things took place, including this rather. So to finish off, I must say I'm extremely happy and elated that I was able to cross that mark of first marathon in the books. Learned a lot. Definitely will be prepared if I do another marathon in regards to my hydration schedule, my pacing. But this honestly relates a lot to the weight loss journey, that you can plan and do everything that you can, but some things will happen, like a really hot day, that you can't control and you can't expect, but you make some pivots, you make some adjustments, but as long as you get to the finish line, that's what matters. So there's going to be things along your way on the weight loss journey that will be unexpected and you won't be able to plan for them, but as long as you get to your goal, no matter how long it takes, as long as you get to your goal, that's what matters. One thing I did right for sure was partnering with 6 a.m. Run. Their sprint pre-run fuel was fantastic for the morning of the race and a long prep. Marathon's what I actually put in my water during the race itself. I wish I had more of it, if I'm honest. And then finish line's what I took after, helping reduce soreness and helping with recovery. So 6 a.m. Run, this video is sponsored by. Check it out. If you use code DUSTY, you can get 20% off trying. They do have free samples, single sample packs, and then they also have protein, collagen, a lot of things. So make sure you grab some 6 a.m. Run. Let me know when you do.